Nimili Highway in a place called Nyolo, that is near Aru Junction. This is the cattle camp where a massacre happened this morning, and I'm standing here with some of the eyewitnesses who will tell us what happened. We are live now on Tera Media. Join us. You bear with us. They will speak in Dinka, and then later on we'll be able to translate. This is an event that has been happening. If you see now the mowing of the cows, it's indicative of a trouble that happened. So let me talk to one of the leaders here. Welrinku. Ngor nga.
Ngora duo.
Yet no kay walk man.
O ka nyolo. What on nyolo? Nyolo ga to watin.
Ye work at the to Nyolo tin.
Wara to nyolo no ke ngwan. Ga to watin ga to bora ngwan.
Yung uchro loy kuloy rana.
Ka jira lo e una ko ga chi sa ngwan. Nga chi ju ro mo pin. E wong jor. Wa chin ma cha kala wa ju mo wa pin sa ngwan e ko nin. E wong jor we ko ino. E lo ko wong. Man ga jira lo na wo.
Itong goro de tangan, goro de undu ne, wala goro de work dia.
Work dia. Work dia ga chi tong ra gol.
In tono, win gol tong rod. It no chin tai tin.
Anh ta được kế mà vậy nè, u cha đi nè.
Goro de tong.
Tong goro mo có pin. Trên tong này nè, mo có pin.
Mui bo ka mui ti tok wala mui gan ben.
E wo tani. Wo cái dia ga ji ga tani ngo dia. En ga mu en ga ram ram tong. Wo ku cái den ram go wa.
Ye ting ye ko ju ji ka chi ben. Kunong den di ru ka mu ke.
E ben de. Ran ja lo bo wo di ru cái dia ga ba jor chi man chi na yo chi no ga len ge nè. E jun che no jor ke yu di lao. Yo jor we coi no. Ye coi no.
Ye na bi ni un chol Nyolo. Ku yo bi we ke ten.
Cái bi wo na wal. Awal ka bi wo. En ge bi wo Nyolo.
Wo bode, wo ji kon ti. Ka we tom chat ku un do ne to no.
Ayu ku le pa na wo ko wal. Kin da ne ko wal.
Ku un do ne to no.
Wo ga bo ji bele. Wo ga bo chi long ti.
Nong ti che we con mai un. Cái này à wal mara bi we.
Chu con mai run ko ti.
Ai jure yi lwe we go kon ai dum ken ai ka ryo. Nong dum cho tin gan. Ti che we mai tin.
Ti chu a phe ra chen dum. Chen dum me ne. Man wa dum phe wa nyo to wal. Nó có cái lưới quá gì tao ngoan này, quá quy trong đèn tập gì.
Ye nga nyai cái này lôi cái này.
Là những cái lưới cái này. À bố này chia này này. À bố chia ra này chỉ bên ngoài đây nữa. Cái ra này cho lưới. Đó, cái bên luôn cái trong cái đó mình, cái lưới tụi cái ra mới trong.
Ye lưới zo cái.
Lưới là bông kia mọi tập phốt à. Qua có cái làm cái này coi chứ. Có một cái pin có cái.
War chen Luis Ben che belwel le
ai lu kwa du le wa jot yo wa mo pin ko je ke wa mo pin en ga cho mo pin ku yo chu rio ke wa mo pin ko wa nin
e man chen we mo pin ku tong e rom yo dun chria ke te ne
ke ria ke ko no ke won jor ben ke lo ke
ye ko ke de cha ka queen
ko da ke ke ne to ro ku ke ne ga je thio cha yo ben wala nyoreng ku ke ne thio tong
ye ko ke de to uru ten che ka no uru ten
ko da ke ne ke yi man na thio ku jam ke me te ko ne ko Tero ku doro.
Ye roti ben kanong
ki gudi har kunyir kumiu. Tinoya ke tomno tontoni. Tanin.
Man yen we beno ko ilwe le ke ya chole panda. Yi pio tong de. Ke ini mota ni junubi.
Ani ya pio tong kuma reto. Ka kuma de nang jurun ko jurun. Acha nyi ya le yugo ko bu Sudan. Ka le lu ke to de chiman tawe man ta fe juba. Ku jurun. Achu nyi.
Mane koi kuko. Ko ku ake jor ko roti kuko.
Rồi cha đi chơi rồi, đi chơi rồi. In gan jam ka den bla toro. Ko wong la den mo toro. Ko den mo ben. Aku ko ka je ber ben.
Ấy là Piat John Bear Ping nong well rin ku yeten okay watin
An gara ni chol kuratai ke ga rin ke
in ye banye no
ana banya gal
le wo ke yang chro loy goro de
riang kira loy rogol agora runa ko ke kirta ngwan ge kai ke ro yer ga gole ro woni yen gole ro e bo e gol kire ne la bala bala goro un ya kenya le ti kana ja ku jel gol ge ngadi ya ba jel loy go e rudu ya ba wo ko way koy wur way jal ciot ku lel ku laga bi way jay ciot laga bi ba ko jawel be ngadi ko jawel be wo ko jal ngadi ya kan ko ja nani ci ko jal ci ko daga jal be ke temu ngadi temu to ke yene ke jen jore ngadi yene ke nang naen ko man yene ran mo ko tin ni wara kul wa kiran ga kan ma rana chu lo chul ku kor ku wara ko abela bu penya wo ko kraliu rana wati jali lo ko betre kor ke di jaran ban jil go wai ba kiran bela kin ko be la ti de doria yer ga cha ye luir ngadi in ga cha ye luir ku mai in ga cha ye luir wai ina kuma dai wo ko wai ko ito dan ber mana dia je ngadi cho dia je wong cho kiri chabab chabab chen ke no ko kane ke chela wong cho dia iro yer ke chela lo
tung ina tong koi ke ci bende ne koi ke rem tong te ne bang koi ke yor wi ye cher ke ya kuma wala ye motanin
ke koy ga alabi anong ya kuma de yan ko chu ke yo chi mana ko chi ke no to pi ni ne a ko chol boyi
boya
boya kene ka pota ku jela ga de ya la tuku a ke no ke ko ke e jur kira ku be jal mara chuli ya ra chuli yene ke gol werinya yene ke jam gulu jalga kuna ye wo ga yulu le wo ko ga junu yene ke wer lu ko na chuli e ke nin ga na ye mani jele la ban ke ra jala kurki ye ke to ga ke ngadi ga de mane e juru bo che juto e juto jamat ke lu le berani chol dinga bor bo loy ki kirgi ke lo
yong ya choli lwel achana ya choli ye lwel we ci rej we ci ben panden ke ken ke yok ku bakur ya ke dum ken ku ke ki loy ta to ben ye yi wer
yen ta bi wo ga che ta nang mit chu ke be der ngadi ta war ya ta en mi dir kan yen ga yeran jangul rin ki mit cha cha ke rio yen ki ne rana kuma dai cha nyen du ga cha go yo no ke tiop cha ti na no ke tiop cha ti ga lu ga no ke cha rio na cha tum dom ri ti chirte ke ki che do ai mi de cho lung ji man che lo ga cha rem kala lo ga cha ba yen ke lo ga ra ga ngadi ko ran wung ku che lo chi na mar waran ki mum no mo belu len bela ne bu wung ye la pi yen ke bi wo
yong yi yo ke me na choli ku jela ko ci we loy ujum
ke ye le men e chu ben pande de kin da ye le men e chu ben pande ku na ya ga le ke junu yina choli wai ko junu e junu me e wung yi cha man yen ke tar junu ana ye lo de kiyene tar junu ko ni cha ga yira na kuma de ka ba jal de ga pianga kan
nong ngade nong ti chin cha dun bating ke chiria go ya wong ke jor jela ran te to wong
a cha ga cha ko ga de acha cái cha ko cái dia ya ran chi tu wong chi no ku ke liu ke cái dia acha ke cha acha ke ngi ke ngadi ke dia
ye ko ke de
ran tro kudoro e ja
ye un to ne wala ye wor ka dia
a ke wor ka
ku ka tio ke wor ko na tio ke
yan kene kor ko kene char ko kene ku kan ke dia ka to char ko eti ku ke den e numro da ti da ta ta
ye cher ke un to ye ni che pe ji wala wor ka dia chen ka pe che
wor chen ke pe tin ai wor ke dia ke ka chen ke pe ya nu ne ka ji jor ku un tuen ti un da tuen ke ka ji jor ti ma ya te dia ke ai koi ko ka jan be la tu ru ku ko pa na ti có cái nhiều ur cái
mar ma nyang
có cái nhiều ur cái ya cái
no ran de ve nang ke bijwa wel rin ku yongo chiro lo ye kol
an rin jane chol ma en kurjo an mo bor ko an mo body ke karin ja ka
le wo ki chiro lo ye kol
ke jara lo
ba yu ku ting ke wo ka mum ku ka ja dor yongo chiro lo ye kol
ke jara lo war bi wa kana wa ke jam e chu lo wan gamana ko ma pat war bi wa ke bi wa piu ka ke bi wa ko kwa yal mi ga yal ko ben ko lo ko jam tim tare ko bi ga bo yu lo le ban yen wa pe ga ro be ko dak ko bu du pa na wa ko wa ko kor piu jam ma chu lo go to wen ma pat ko le la lo ko jam ne ke cha ka ke jur yo go le na ne ka ken ti ko yo ngin ko kwa bu ko pu ku ka yu e chen ki ba ta pi ne ya mai go to wen ma pat ko le ma pat dal dong wen ga di ka lo ko ping ku pe ga ro lo ko jal ba na jal ma pat lo ben ga bi le we jan ko le ke di wa bi ja ko kwa ma na war na ye kul be wa ye bu ko ti jal wa bi jot ka lo ko mo kira okay na chiran mo okay ko kuma pat yo go de le bu ba ma na lu ko go lo ko dam ran ji ko mo lu ko be
ran ne che moy
ran mo ci dong dia go lo ko bi ran de mo ko ji lo ko dam bo ko yin ku ya wo ko dor go jalul ke di jal chen ran jal mo yu le yo mu ko ti bara weli ken ba ben ke jelen tong de cha ke ni na ko war ka cha bi cha no me ne riat ka dia o ke ne ke chu lo ka na won na ko a chen ke ber ku ni chen ke chu riok ke ka la jam ko la ka chen ke dan chi nga de riok chiu riok na ba jot ko bi jot go le wo bi jot jidu ka jel wo ta ti na won ni ta ngwan ke ni yoro yen ka la ko tian ye ke go jum gon ko hu ke to ti me go jum ti ku jel ujum jel gol utar ka
ujum ye ke chir ka lañ wala ye
deng dir ben kwan bang ben ku bi ku jel ujum golong
jel loy ci ko ju jere
a ko ju jaran gak ku jel a unti a wo dir ko ken ke rom tong ke man thio chin ben yu ku le ka chen ke lel ko chen ke ber ku lel wo ka bo do ren ke yo wara buran dom ran jaran moy ku gem ku na chi wa jel ba mo pin ke nang ke lel ku ko kwa die we
kare war ke jenuen war Equatoria yongo wegel yongo we pen lo pan wan ay junu be yeti ya
ki wa pen la panda piu ato piu ka ke chup ko ke dia bu ko benen ku jala piu ka ke chubo ke ka ke biwo ne kuna nang turu junub to ke yongo ba cho to en ge wa ke ben
kuna ay man roere ngade kuna chan duan yongo wegel ke che we lote
piu alo yin ben piu alo yin chen piu to piu aro ro ben chi pa na wer pa na ko war her pa na ke piu ka to ba ko ni yo kuma junub ba ke chup ba ben go le tar mal wala gudu ben piu ka ke chubo kuna jal turu junub to bo ko chubo tin ke chi junub ja le wa yu ko ke no ko ka ke bi ba
yongo le balle kuma junub Sudan we ko ke junub Sudan kujala ko cha kamara ko ke junub Sudan ko ka chin dor na we
dor dora liu na wa ku la kuma junub wa ji gam ga wa ku ko la panda ku ber wa mo ku go ku talatini kirande ki ko lwe ujum go ku dom ku gem ku yungu wa ba mo ku wa jero wa la panda
ai na pe ai lwerin ko ko lwel katinu
ana chola che chenga du ko ana mo ya lian la ya ga kuma ka die lwe la ga kre chop ko pan bor e job ga kena kuma ken wa le ba e kene e kram mane wona ko ta wan e lwe to ke loya barka dala tati ane to to nge mo barka dala to de ke jam ke barka dal jenye lwe ke jenye randa pe amane la lan ki lo ina kuma ke lwe to kana lwe to kana kuta akira ne moy kijal
yenyi de mani Luis
ke ya ni ma yen lwe jo barka dala bay ke barka dal bay
barka dal ci bi jam ke barka dal ci moy
acap moy lu ya oku ko lu daga be moy ke ngade wa mi ko bay do ti to ko le mi bay yo ngabi amana ki akira tin ke lu ya oku go ga ku kuna don dir ga to ko ja e ke ne ga ni ma yen lu a choli yo ko don dir ga no in ke chok de kapoda to
par we ke ci ke le yong ye we be nin ko le we ke jura bo
wa kene le ya wa ye le ku le we jalga ku le wajan akira an ti jam le ku le tonga to ma ye tong li we ke ye wara la dom ku ra na ra lu dom ngade dita
e tong ke liu na we le ke ne le mur le bo ku jura bo yong ye we be cheja
ke wa jalga pa na ke pa murle ka ti wa pa ne pa na choli yin ga
choli ya ci we ko
aiwa a choli la ci wa ko ga ye wa jam wa bi ja yo wa be moy
we ke ci ke yen nin ke dia
ai
bero we yen kolto
nin ke dia a ce ga moy tin ka kenti go ku ran dom ku yin ko kuma e man tiyo ka yo wuda wa be mo pin kuran da ma kali wa ka kor ku e kene ci kuta ane jam kai kuta la nan gi ko ni na kuma kaka kin da ya wa bane pan bor ka bi watin ko di nu ka bi watin anan da ke wala tin kulwal ka
la twen renko la te kai watin
anga chola changarang uta kai watin e ku burket yen ga chi ut piatin yen ke ban jam tin penya yugu choy ke da ko wa jeng bor ku yugu jeng ban yugu le penya ngadi da ye penya ku ke bi Massacre e luet je kan ban ru ko lon na jel la go ni lo garo kuram tong e ba ben man na jel ke nin ke ngwan kuram tong ko ji ko to pi ai ta putin ku kai boy ai we ina kuma da chi luet ke penya pol ku ye ya tor gan mo to nin ka kor be ai ni ti je yong lu amana ke yugu le ga ko je to a bia da ka lo ka te dia ko ro we chi de man ko je lo ju ba ge ta ba ni ko dia yo chok a kin ga go ni bi ya de amana yugu le de ga rianga de
wa ken Luis Ben ku jala ma fas yong chi bi le we
le de jam ku le we be jal a chi ko wur bu le wo wa na ko an jamar wo ge jam ga chin gi nye wo je ban ga mi chi to pi ni lo le ga la do pyang ro ko ba ai ten tu ro ko ba ai ne na lu ku tong ko ba go le we yu ga yen ni ge dia ku ba jal bu ko yo ka no ko ko an jamar lo o ber mi a ku nus o ka na bu ka la ko a chu ga yi ku wa we jal da ma ro ka kin ba pa wo ngai chi ga wuri yote we ne ter ke gan ga de ken ko we ne nang na ke ko
war nyi we ke ka nong ku bro loy diar ku jala mit ko ju ja ka bler ju ba che yi ken war ye we ping ya ka ping no nga manong en ka bro loy
ke bro loy yu ku ping nong ko to to ya ta ker che ke di blo de ka nong ko wa le ku la ro ka che chat ku ja da kar wa lo ro ke na lo ro ka chin ke che bula ye chok ku jure ba du tu nge chara je tem ko lo tin jo la yen tol da tul tuen ko yu tuen a chui temu e chan ga yu temu yen ga chang de wo che gu mor bu ya jot ba ne ta ru nye junub Sudan la kene te ko ju ko ne ke to bor ade li tier ku katai ko yi patore ya ga na ke na yin ne gel bu ngare pa de ko ko kon ku pu de chan chin pin ben ga chin tong pin wa ri junub e tong ga bi ku tong a che ko pa ne ke tara ke mi bor ku jo la mi ga jeng ba ama ne wo jam gulel ku na el wit jam gulel no pa ne to ko ju ji bu to pa ne du ga bor kini ko wa yare ja yu ni pin ga da kwa kini re cha la na de ga ngai no pin de junub ga kra na ba tin wara ja ga ama ne wer yu le kuma ga yu le na ji junub to ko li du ko ko na da li tier wa ja to isan Equatoria de kwa kencho kwa na chi ga du kwen ga jo kwa ba mara ke ke na chi ber ba ke ba jal ke de ba jal to
có quan chứ cái giò gì cái tông cái ok đi nòng nòng cái chiếu cái này chả baby ok đi chứ cái giò
o chi jora de ga li tero kwa ja okay ben ro ti ga ben jal ni yong chi jala ben ku yong chi jala dongwe kuma ngoro ro ti we yok chok ki chi la le ken ku ni de ku ne do ga le ku ki chi la to da ken ku ni de ku ne do ga le ama ne ben ro ti ga bi wo ga jal ni yong jala donga ke ku chi bai
dạ thôi đấy nòng cái tiền đâu mà
an cái bữa nay tôi có đai junub cái bữa nay ra nhà an mình bor alia ba nyin en na la kal ke do la to ala kal la ne nga la pande mo chen ba tem go mo nga ra kum chan war to ko char ne mele ne jal ju ba ne bula ne mele o bora to ku ko ka ken ga po junub ga tar ye ko cho yo chen am borro che wali munduri wale yambi yo chen ko cho ba mboro ache ko ko junu ba ai malin ko yal bi ko bi cho li ko cho ko e mali ja li ko mo ko liam nam e dola de rarung nai war tar ko ka che la ngala rom pande al bi ko ka rom ka poda dom ci garang yu ke nya cholok en ga da moñ ka na ti je lit bi ti ta bay dom ga de ka kuen ga el bi ko mo bay
cái mồi gọi gì luyện mồi bài
luyện cho korbo luyện ăn cho korbo tam cái ayo kan uno kalan kan mok luyện ma char go kan yurun kalan ma char ta ben ur ma char le an kan an je nyoy war wala lo kudu la wujum belan ya e be ben war le wo war ka a char fi won ban bay kayna ka kudu wala tong bay el bi ko moy ci beru ci kweranda
e cher cái tab đuôi này bữa coi gì đấy quay chỉ cái quạt cái
tab de na nye lin ko lan tar ko li ka pu ka pota apu ko ka tori ko na ke tori ko ka dele na ke dele juba apu ke ku jagu jan na ci ka puk kan di jal
kuna mà nè nó quên nó ai chưa quay nè quay cả nè cái mà nè quay cái đi chứ cái nó quay quên lôi uju
ke dia ku to ke no
à quay quên cái
a ko
kuna quay cái vi uju
ngoyan ku ne ke
eh
jo che kwen jong cham bong che kwen ni kwen yen
à cái đèn đuôi này cái đi nhìn đi e cher cái bữa cái đấy cái
beli ku ci ko je puk ka ba tole na nga wa dia ka
đấy you have heard some of the voices, and we are in Nyolo, that is near Aru Junction, and we have been highlighting the massacre that has happened. Over 31 people have died this morning. There was a raid on the cattle camps that are surrounding this place, and over 20,000 are estimated. Heads of cattle are estimated to have been taken by the youth of Eastern Equatoria who allegedly brought the attacks. So we are going to highlight more about what happened. You are seeing the scene. It's a very pathetic scene. Everything is everywhere. That just shows you that there is a problem and there is a trouble here. We are going to talk to some of the people, find out what are their stories. You can see it stretches very far. The cattle camp stretches very far, and most of the cattle are gone. They are nowhere. And that is a sad situation. Of course, there is a humanitarian situation that has created itself. These people have been going thirsty since morning. They don't have food. They don't have anything. Some of their belongings have been taken. So anyone who would like to contribute, this is Aru Junction in Nyolo on the highway to Nimile. You have heard some of the voices, the leaders who are presiding over this place. If there are other stories, then we will bring them to you. You want to? Yeah, you take it away.
Okay. But how far does it go?
Hmm?
How far does it go? Nang dung tin ki jam. Yeah.
Tell us your full names, and maybe you can give us a report about some of your findings. Say your full names.
Yeah, my name is John Pendago. I'm from Tera Media. I've just gone around the camps. There are two camps, the other side, and this camp, cattle camp. This is Nyolo Boma. I have seen people being buried the other side, and there are some of the youth who attacked this place. There are 3 bodies of the youth who attacked. They are said to be from Eastern Equatoria, probably Boya or Latuka, according to the description, or Taposa. They have some print here on their skin with a lock, and that's how they identify the areas. They are wearing some rings with writings, and those bodies are lying there, 3 of them, and 2 are on this side. There are 2 people being buried at the moment from the cattle camp. So one of those guys at gun is the one who killed the youth, the 3 youth. I am told that there are also about 8 bodies on the other side of the stream, which are from the attackers. They are said to be Murle, according to the person who had identified them. That means it's a combination of many tribes from Eastern Equatoria and Eastern Jongole, which is a greater Pibor administrative area. On the other side, there is an active shooter who is said to be wounded. He has wounded 1 person, and I think by now he is being handled by the youth of the cattle camp. The fighting now has faded. Behind the hill, they have gone deeper. They divided into 3 groups. So one group was overpowered, and the guys of the cattle camp recovered the cattle. Now the other group is the one still fighting. What is so pathetic about this story, Mading, is these people have called for rescue. They have begged the authorities around, or the soldiers, but nobody is helping them. So
it seems to be a local affair.
Yeah, they say it's their own problem.
The government is not that far off from here.
Yeah, this is the place.
The soldiers that have been deployed.
Yeah. So in this case, these people now, we don't know how they are going to stay tonight. So you have seen here, all year cattle, they are removed. These guys came when they overpowered the fighters. They cut the ropes with a knife, and they took the cattle. Now those which are moving here have lost their young ones. The young ones that are also making noise are orphans.
Yeah.
The calves are orphans. So I talked to a certain boy. I'm trying to look for him here. He was standing over a dead body there, and he said, "This is the dog that killed my uncle. The uncle is being buried there." I took pictures of that boy, and he ran. He said when they attacked the camp, he ran to that side. But he witnessed his uncle shooting those people. So there are stories, untold stories about children and women. You have seen their faces here. I don't think they deserve being here. This is not a good place for children, not a good place for women. There should be a very serious consideration over the people, this population, the pastoralist population in South Sudan. We want to see the combination of the population. And why are children here, young boys like these, young girls?
And the pastoralists, especially from Jongle area,
Yes.
it's as if they are outside history. During the liberation, many of these people were contributing immensely.
Yeah.
Many of their children died in the liberation, as it was highlighted earlier.
Yeah.
We know some of the heroes who have been killed in Capoeira, in Torit. Eastern Equatoria was heavy on the sons and daughters from Jongle State. There is, I have followed this story, John Penn, and usually the talk is about the farmlands being destroyed.
Yeah.
That is the reason why such kind of attack was motivated, that the livelihoods of the local populations are often trampled upon by the cattle. And as they highlighted, it's dry season. It's not a farming season.
I talked about this story the other day. I asked a friend from Eastern Equatoria about the law governing management of resources in the same area. I know in Jongle State and other places like Lake State, where there are cattle, even Eastern Equatoria, in the Latuko area, they have cattle. How do they juggle the management of cattle and the farms, the crops? So this story is, I think, politically motivated, because people who shout it loudest in the media are politicians. They are not people from here. There is a chief who said hundreds of thousands of Bor cattle keepers have overtaken. The Eastern Equatoria
the local
population has been displaced
to Obama.
Yeah, and when you see this cattle camp, we are not trying to defend these people. They are also unruly, you know. The cattle keepers are always stubborn. They have their own rules. They have their own way of doing things. But the exaggeration is responsible for this mess, because the youth that mobilize themselves to come here from as far as Toposa land are incited by such politicians.
There is a background to this story.
Yeah.
This is a few days ago. The governor of Eastern Equatoria was talking about possible resolution to this problem. And the main thing was what the local community is saying, that we are giving you 3 days to make away with your cattle. And when the 3 days elapsed, they were given another 1 day. And we know that is not a normal approach, and it does not consider the situation these people are in. A cattle camp or a series of cattle camps together, it's nearly impossible.
And then from the other angle, from the security,
ultimatum.
Exactly, from the security angle, if such a huge population of armed youth could move undetected and mobilize from many counties of Eastern Equatoria, as far as Murle land, to come here undetected. And we have seen a lot of soldiers on the way. They are lining this road.
Yes.
I think they are protecting only the vehicles.
Yeah.
But the humans are not part of them. But I've seen even soldiers from who wear the khaki of Tiger Division. They are here manning this road. But when you see such a killing taking place, and these are resources of South Sudan,
there's no reinforcement.
Then you begin to wonder.
And if the government of South Sudan cared about its people, these people would have been evacuated.
Exactly. If the governor came here, Louis Lobok, I think he could have found the reason, the appropriate method of removing these people from here and take them to a place that is conducive for them. These are IDPs by the end of the day, because they are displaced by a situation.
And there are situations that have displaced them. I have come to Kubi in Aru Junction before, and I've interacted with these cattle keepers. The popular question is, why are you in Equatoria? Why are you not going back to Jonglei? One of the push factors is the flooding that had happened, which had induced a situation. There's a cattle disease. And then also we have the perennial issue of Murle attacking the cattle camps. These issues have combined to basically make Jonglei unattractive for them. And now they are being clever in using this argument, which is valid, that the constitution of South Sudan permits any South Sudanese to work, live anywhere. But clearly, we are not living up to this.
Yeah, I have had a lot of cattle camp guys here, cattle keepers, saying this is South Sudan. They're saying this is South Sudan. And this simply is a quotation of it's a reference to the constitution. But now, if this is South Sudan, then the rules, the laws, the constitution of South Sudan should govern them. If they allow their cattle to go and destroy somebody's farm, then that is a work of the government.
Yeah.
And they have their leadership. Then they have the local leadership here in the villages. This can be handled constitutionally by the law of the land, because this is South Sudan, as they are telling us.
And there is something striking that I heard from some of these voices, that our people who died in the War of Liberation have not been compensated. They died in Eastern Equatoria. Suddenly you are saying we shouldn't be in Eastern Equatoria. And yesterday, it was our sons who liberated this place. One of the elders was saying, unless our people are compensated, don't tell us this is your land. So that is something that is astounding opinion to be espoused by a responsible person.
Well,
there are deaths from the liberation.
Yeah, but and we know that it is inappropriate to claim an amorphous contribution of the people by some few people. But of course, these people who are here have contributed the cattle before, so they feel like part of South Sudan, part of this land that is now free. So they use the word free and they move freely. If the freedom of these people interferes with the freedom of other people who are owners of this land, then the law of South Sudan that governs freedoms should come in. I don't think the issue of the gun is needed here in this case.
And John, you and I, this is Magwi area. You and I grew up in Poletaka area, and it's now infested by rebels. When we used to be there, almost the entire or most of the population of Acholi had deserted the place, and the LRA was ransacking the place.
Yeah, this is a serious reminder, because Magwi County is still unsafe for South Sudanese by this time. Then when will it be safe? We grew up here from 1990 to 1994, 95. We did our primary schools here, and we were South Sudanese by that time. I don't think it is now safe for somebody from Upper Nile or Bahr el Ghazal to walk freely in this bush. So we want to question ourselves and our people, what has happened? What brought all this? I am not of the idea of claiming that we fought for this land, so no, that's not the way we should say it. Those who say that are people who are desperate, who are frustrated.
Give you more rights, but it also shouldn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't deny you
any lesser
access. Exactly. Yeah. So this is very complex, and humanitarian organizations and civil society should hear these voices and come for the rescue of these people. I don't think these children deserve to be in this hell. This is not a good place for children and women. I am going to repeat this and repeat it. These people should be disassociated from the animals, and the animals should be taken care of by people who are able to take care of animals. I am sorry about what I heard from these boys. You see young boys like this who survived gun bullets. You have seen how many goats dead there, that side, and cattle shot down. How did the children survive? I heard about 3 children among the dead. They don't deserve this. They don't. They are South Sudanese. Yeah.
And that is going to be the update that we bring to you from Nyolo. That is in Aru Junction along Juba-Nimili Highway. You have heard the highlights of what has happened, but we are going to collect some of the evidence about what had taken place. Thank you very much, and stay tuned to Tera. We'll be updating you.
We'll continue
as
from
it
the studio
comes.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.